2 years after Kelsey Berreth was killed by her fiance inside her Woodland Park home, the community is honoring her life, saying the young mother will not go forgotten. A small vigil was held in the city's Memorial Park today. KRDO News Channel 13's Julia Donovan was there. She's live in the studio with more. Julia.
Willis, many of the people who came out today tell me while they didn't know Kelsey personally, her tragic death still weighs heavy on their hearts. They celebrated who she was and begged that those involved in her murder stay locked up.
Just by us being here, you can see the community of Woodland Park has not forgotten Kelsey either. I thank God for that.
Don't let your life pass you by.
Music played and tears were shed at the 2-year vigil that ran for around an hour in the bitter cold. Organizers told us Berreth's family, who lives in Idaho, couldn't make it but gave their blessing. Kelsey's supervisor at DOS Aviation down in Pueblo talked about her ability to lead and to teach like no other. He said although Kelsey was small, she was fierce.
She was in the cockpit with some football players from the Air Force Academy and others that some might be intimidated with. But I saw them getting out of the cockpit and the football players being intimidated of her. She was able to teach well, but hold her own.
Last year, Kelsey's fiance, Patrick Frazee, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 156 years for her murder. His former mistress, Crystal Lee Kenny, who admitted to helping Frazee destroy evidence, was sentenced to 3 years after cutting a plea deal with prosecutors for her testimony against him. In June, Kenny was denied a request to be moved to a halfway house, but she can request for her release every 6 months, and another hearing is set to do so this Wednesday.
Crystal Lee Kenny is trying to get out of prison early again, and so we're trying to take steps to make that not happen.
Advocates for Kelsey's justice tell me they don't know if she'll ever really get it, but they'll continue to fight for her and her daughter Kaylee, who they say Kelsey lives on in. Organizers told me they hope to continue having a vigil or some other kind of memorial every year for Kelsey. Live in the studio, Julia Donovan, KRDO News Channel 13.